All right, hello. Let's get the show on the road. Wow. Look who's joined us. Quill is here. Quill is my cat. He is who I want to name a cat after once we get the cat in game. I really want to declutter everything, so we are going to just take everything off the ground. If you know about the Booty Express that Blade sometimes builds, I'm not gonna do that in this run. Not like anything against the Booty Express. I just feel like it kind of defeats the essence of the game, right? Although here I'm deleting the essence of the game, so who am I to say? During this first voiceover segment, I just want to list some rules I'm following. First, I'm not doing any animation canceling right now. I'm also not going to go clay farming today. And finally, no Joja. I don't have the achievement, and I'm not going to get it for this run. I'm going to buy 4 bean seeds. We really only need... Oh shoot, I do want my pick to... I'm debating restarting the day. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the beans we'll ever need. I read somewhere that tulips are actually a pretty good source of energy. Okay, let's actually do that. Let's see if it's useful. Let's do 2 tulips today, specifically to eat in the future. And I'm leaving myself just enough money to buy a salad from Gus. Alright, pickaxe for the rock. Moment of truth. Let's see if it's worth it. You kidding me? None? Wow. Okay. Alright, let's buy that salad. Now we're going to spend the rest of our day with limited energy, just farming for mixed seeds around the forest and on our farm. Okay, got 1 seed. 2! Okay, cool. Oh, there's another one. We got 3 now. Oh, whoa, double. Okay, so now we're up to 5. Let's see what our roll is for green onions. Wow. None? Wow. Okay, well at least we got some nice forage, like other kinds of forage. And cool, we got our first... What is that? Our first skill up. Oh, there's another mixed seed. 6. Okay, cool, we got another one. We're at 7 now. I would like 2 more. Okay, 1 more. Come on, 1 more mixed seeds. There it is. Alright, let's go plant them. We were hunting for 9 mixed seeds just because we already have 6 plants in the ground, and with 15, crows don't spawn, but with 16 plants, crows do. Secondly, we're just farming for fiber at night here. We don't have much energy, so there's not much to do. And finally, we can pass out, because as long as we rank up one of our skills, we're not going to wake up with lower energy tomorrow morning. Alright, let's load up day 2. This is just going to be a big fishing day. Okay, Jody wants a flounder, so we could actually do that for her today. Ooh, and I do actually want to save my seaweed. I want to save the materials for at least 1 fish pond pretty early, because I want to pop the legend in one of those and see if we can get some roe for income early on. Nice! Got the perfect catch. Got more fishing experience out of that one, and we have new ideas to sleep on. There we go. Cool. Got our flounder. So let's give the flounder to Jody. Good timing. Ooh, nice. Perfect catch on a bullhead. Lovely. Gold bullhead too. I think that gives me more experience the higher the quality. Whoa! Okay, this has got to be a largemouth bass, and I do want to double up on the experience getting the treasure chest. Perfect. Nice. Glad I didn't miss that one. We're going to be spending the rest of the day just fishing in the mountain lake. On sunny days, fishing up here is generally the best. The reason being is that largemouth bass has a base value of 100 gold, which really is only beat out by catfish in spring year 1. Ooh, another chest. This is a really lucky chest day. Let's see what we get. I mean, probably more bait, but I wanna get lucky here. Coal! Thanks, Santa. Oh, on a bass. Nice. Yeah. Diamond. Alright, cool. That is a nice chunk of change. As you might have noticed, I moved into this spot before the bubbles spawned. I am using Blade's map predictor to predict certain times of day and locations for the bubbles to spawn, and then I'm choosing a route for the day such that I get the most bubbles as possible. In this particular example, it's telling me that I have bubbles at a beach location from 6 p.m. to 7:50 p.m. Just like yesterday, passing out at the end of the day isn't that bad of an option. Sure, we'll be losing about 10% of our wealth, but we're saving time and money also by catching more fish and not walking back home. Alright. Well, that is day 2 in the books. Let's see what we got in terms of our skills. We got fishing 1, fishing 2, fishing 3, fishing 4, and that's probably it. Yeah, okay. Alright, onwards to day 3. Really rainy, and we're going to be catching a lot of catfish, so good thing I have my cat here. Quill is going to help us catch some catfish today. Let's get these 2 mixed seeds in the ground, try to centralize them a little bit. A potato and a parsnip, I think. Turns out, after checking Mousie's predictor, we have a crop fairy tonight. I had no clue. We did lose 55 gold from passing out last night. That is, or was, exactly 10% of our wealth. But hey, that's like 1 fish, and 55 gold is basically nothing. Let's get maybe 2 soups for the day. I could get a 3rd, actually. Let's get the 3rd one. I guess we have 5. Alright. I was holding down shift. Now, Blade's predictor comes in handy once again, helping us hunt down some bubble locations around Stardew Valley. Ooh, catfish. First catfish of the whole game. Sweet! There's a first catfish, and the bubbles have subsided. Catfish number whatever. Don't want to lose this one. Dang it. Okay, well, we lost our first catfish. Ooh, catfish, 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 catfish. Lost 2 today. No good. Wow, we are saved by the new fishing level. That... Can't talk too soon. Yeah, for sure I would have missed that if not for the next fishing level. With the trout suit buff and with the fishing level that we have right now, catfish are like a walk in the park. Can't believe I even missed 2 today. on, what did I say? A walk in the park. So easy. Goodness. Almost lost that one. At this point, we're mostly just fishing for the rest of the day. You can see me here flashing between gameplay and spreadsheet. This is just so I can keep track of bubble spots and other things that I want to make sure I get completed in a day. And finally, we are just going to settle into our last bubble spot of the day. And we would pass out here, except we do want to go back and plant some stuff for the crop berry. Nice. I think this is my first perfect treasure chest catch. The crop fairy magically grows crops in a 5x5 square to their final stage overnight, so I'm really hoping she picks the middle crop. It is random. I'm trying to get a perfect 5x5 plot before the crop fairy comes. And please, crop fairy, you're a little bit low. You're a little bit low. I wanted you to hit the middle crop. That would have been great. You're just getting my rice shoots? Are you serious? Okay, whatever. I got a crop fairy, and I didn't even look for it. I didn't even guarantee it. I got a crop fairy. I should be happy. My plan about planting more stuff for the crop fairy wasn't that good, honestly, because we got just a lot of rice. Would have been nice to get a cauliflower. Gotta pet the chickies today, and let's get their eggs, give them a bit more food. And let's collect up enough wood so that we can open up the beach bridge today. Okay, let's save one catfish so that we can make some catfish bait once we have our bait maker for the rainy day tomorrow. I'm getting this information from Mousie's predictor, but had I just watched TV like a normal Stardew player, I would know that tomorrow is actually sunny. Spring 5 is fixed to be sunny now. In previous patches, it wasn't. So let's get our pack upgrade. And let's spend roughly 2,000 gold. I just realized I need copper from Clint for the furnace, duh. Okay. 20, so 13 more copper. Alright, Quill has joined us. He's going to help us fish some ocean fish. Made a mistake. I exhausted myself. Oh well. Now, with this final iron bar, we can create the bait maker, which won't be useful tomorrow, but will definitely be useful for the next rainy day. Alright, that is day 4. And we got our level 1 of farming. Now we have a scarecrow. You see this cat here? Yes, I will adopt this cat. And let's name this cat Quill. Whereas rainy days are best spent catching catfish, sunny days are best spent in the mines. Also, the TV said it was a lucky day, which makes ladders show up more often. Plus, Spring 5 is the first day we can even get into the mines. Alright, into the mines we go. Let's not mine the rockier rocks, just because those take 2 hits with a basic pickaxe. And in the future, they'll be the ones that we want to hit, but for now they aren't. Ooh, nice. Okay, we got a wood club. I'm glad we have a better item here. And I did want to talk about clubs because they do have this special ability to swing twice. If you spam that button, it will hit multiple times. I've never done it before. Yeah, okay, I just tried right-clicking a whole bunch, and I know that it's possible, I just don't know how to do it, and so for this run, I won't. Oh, and wow, we have the Slime Slayer enchantment on this, so we're dealing more damage to slimes. I just realized that. That is incredibly convenient for this level. And for big floors like this, I do like to just snap a picture, because I want to know if there are any freebies, any important things hiding in some corners that I can't see yet. I briefly checked the spreadsheet here just to see who I haven't talked to yet for the Meeting Everybody quest. Let's talk to Mario right now, and she's one of the folks I need to talk to. And in the way into town, there's a new quest, and Demetrius is asking for herring, which we could actually complete tonight. So going back home, we can drop off some stuff and then pop in a herring into our bait maker, which, hey, is useful today on a non-rainy day. Going back into town, we can talk to the rest of the folks in the saloon, and I was expecting Robin and Demetrius to be in here, but they're not. They're on their way back home. Lastly, heading to the beach. I wasn't really expecting to beach fish today, but hey, we got the herring quest, and we happen to have bubbles on the right side pier, so we can spend the rest of our day fishing there. At the end of day 5, I am choosing to just pass out at the beach. I will lose about 319 gold from this, but I think it's worth it. And unfortunately with day 6, I lost some footage, so it's gonna look a little bit different. Day 6, another mines day. Let's check. We have Very Happy Fortune. Good thing. Alright. Oh, and I didn't even make a scarecrow. Wow, okay. Let's make a scarecrow so we don't get any crows. And today we have 2 reasons to actually walk through the bus stop. Reason 1 is just because we have some forage here. I have gotten a dandelion before, but I've eaten it, so I do need to prep the dandelion for the community center. And reason 2 is the community center. I guess I probably could have gone into town this way yesterday when it was sunny, and that would have unlocked the community center cutscene, but I didn't. So I should do it today, and then we can start doing bundles tomorrow, starting with the forage bundle, which is why I got these dandelions. And we are required to read this gibberish to advance the story. Just because we have a quest for Demetrius, we'll say hi. Oh yes, and the dreaded spiral level. Hopefully there's a freebie ladder somewhere. Alright, we did get the ladder, but I'm so close to the center anyways that I think I will go for these boxes. Alright, we got a topaz, a geode, another geode. Ooh, a small glow ring. That'll actually be pretty useful for those darker floors starting on number 30. I think I will go for this slime just to get closer to that initiation quest. I don't know if I'm going to make it to 35. Ooh, okay, I might. With this little freebie ladder here. Oh wow, 2 freebies? Alright, that was lovely. There we go, nice. Floor 35. On day 7, we must complete a lot of errands. First, we're going to visit the wizard so he can unlock the community center bundles for us. We'll pass by the traveling cart and not get anything because there's nothing useful today. We're also going to visit Robin, who's going to help us build a fish pond for the legend. And we'll also say hi to Lewis because it's his birthday. Second to last, we'll visit Clint, who's going to open some geodes for us and upgrade our pickaxe. And finally, we're going to deliver some minerals and artifacts to Gunther to further the museum collection. And now that we have the spring seeds, we're just going to sell them right back to Pierre for a quick chunk of change. Let's build our first farm building. Not only is this going to house the legend for us, it'll also serve as a well, so we don't need to walk all the way over here for water. While we're up in the mountain, and while we have the time, I think it would be prudent to reach floor 40 in the mines instead of 35. Nice, okay, a freebie. That's 40. Let's head back up. Lewis, you get a potato for your birthday. While opening these geodes, you can see me tabbing between Stardew Valley and Mousie's predictor. That's because the contents of the geodes are predicted based on your game seed. There's a list, and for every geode you open, the list ticks down 1, and then all the geodes are going to open another new item. So I don't get anything really valuable out of this, but I do guarantee 6 iridium ore out of an omni geode, and a fire quartz, which will be useful for the community center later. As the shops around town flip their signs from open to closed, we can rest easy, at least for a moment, that we completed all of our chores on time. We can chat to new friends in town, and organize a little bit of stuff on our farm. And finally, spend the rest of our day fishing in preparation for tomorrow. I want to make sure that my fishing level is as high as possible before the next rainy day. For the next 20 or so seconds, I'll just be fishing without commentary, but don't miss the picture of Quill, which will show up in about 15 seconds at this point. In choosing what to chuck into the shipping bin tonight, I'm actually selling my starfruit seed and the melon seeds from Gunther. I think the money now is worth more than waiting for the crops to grow in the summer. And with that, the first week of this challenge run has come to a close. However, there's trouble on the horizon. I went back into Blade's predictor and I just took a look at the special orders quests once again, and what's weird is that the quests changed on me even though it's the same game seed. You can see that in the past we had the community cleanup and Gus's famous omelet quest to start out, but now Gus's omelet changed to juicy bugs. So in the background you can see me determining whether we have a path forward on this game seed, and Currently, I'm less interested in whether there is a path forward and more concerned about whether the quests are going to change on me again without me realizing. As of right now, it'll look like this run will encounter some issues in the first week of Spring Year 2, given that Robin's project and Gus's famous omelet don't give us a crafting recipe. But starting next week, we have bigger fish to fry, and I'll just have to worry about this problem later. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Stardew week.